Hello everybody, I am Sammy15, the Dragon Tamer here, and welcome to PAVA Anime Talk, where today we'll be talking about what's been going on as of late in Shippuden. And, well, what pretty much has been going on as of late, I'm just mostly talking about the Kakashi Chronicles, as a lot of people are calling it, where, like, we take a closer look into Kakashi's backstory. Now, this has been met by mixed reviews. I'm not exactly sure, but I think this is a filler arc of sorts, and some people don't like how they're making him look like, up until the point where we first saw him being introduced, he looks really cool and epic and badass, but now people complain that he now looks like a complete and total emo on the inside, and people are just kind of bitching about that. But at the same time, he kind of does have the right. I mean, he pretty much grew up all himself, kind of like a Naruto and Sasuke, but only around when he was like 15 or 16 years old. One of his best friends died before his eyes and was given his Sharingan, and then he used the Sharingan to kill his love interest, or the girl who had a crush on him, or whatever. You get the points. Yeah, I think at some point he has a little bit of a right, honestly, to be a little emo, you know? I mean, some people say, well, you should get over it. Well, you don't just get over stabbing one of your good friends and killing your good friends because you kind of have to. They didn't really explain why. I saw all the episodes and I might have missed it, but I didn't exactly say why that happened. And I'm like, wait, why did he kill her? I'm only gonna go assume that, like, since from what they were saying is that, like, much as like saying, hey, we just finally done all hard to catch her, and we've been doing stuff to her, so we want her back. Now, I'm only going to assume that, from what it sounds like, they're performing experiments on her because she was apparently compatible or some kind of shit like that. Because her blood was weird, and I don't know, they need to use her for experiments and stuff, and she could bring harm to the Pin Leaf Village, and Kakashi had to kill her to save her life and make sure she wouldn't go through much more pain, the pain that she was going through, and that's what I'm only going to assume. I'm also going to assume that, yeah, I'm pretty much going to assume that that's why he killed her. So I think to a degree he does have a right to be emo. I mean, not emo all the way to that point, but I mean, you kind of can't blame him too much. And some people say, oh, now he looks even more emo. With now the OBT spear, he's being such a pussy ass bitch. Well, you too have been going, why, a million times too, if like your best friend died right before your eyes, giving his eye to you, and then like 20 years later, like 15 years later, he comes back from the dead and hates your guts because you couldn't fulfill a promise to protect someone. Yeah, you would feel like shit too, wouldn't you? I know I would feel like shit. If you don't feel like shit, well, that's you. But I do think that Kakashi does have a point here, and I do like some of the backstory, but at the same time, I feel like it doesn't really tie it all the way together. Because when they do like filler backstory, because this is what comes off as me, they kind of can't make it all happy endings. Because the reason why they can't do this is because that way it really wouldn't end too well. You wouldn't connect to the story that well. So that's why they have to be careful. Like this one little backstory with what's his face, the guy who has those weird eyes and does that wood style. I think you know what I'm talking about. They came in with Sai when Kakashi went absent in Shippuden, like after like the first 20 or 30 episodes when they saved Gaara. You get the idea. That guy. Yeah, that guy. Apparently there was a little backstory to him. He had like a little kind of crush on this one girl that he was supposed to assassinate / do something. Anyway, he somehow managed to save her and get her back to normal because she had some kind of weird curse. And then once he risked his life to save her and she's all normal, they said, well, thank you, and I don't even think she said thank you. They talk and then they go on different roads. It just ends like that. I was kind of dumb. I was like, wait. Because Honestly, I thought she was gonna die. I really did think she was gonna die because you don't see any more of her throughout the rest of Shippuden. I was like, alright, I think she's gonna die. It's like, oh, this is sad, but I think she's gonna die anyway. But apparently she didn't die, and that made me happy that she didn't die. And then she comes out of this tree, like I said, long story, and then she didn't die, and then she said, well, thank you, and walked off. That was just a crappy ending. I just felt like I got gypped, you know? Maybe like a little kiss on the cheek, more like, I'll see you again sometime. No, 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 they just walked away. And I can live my life on my own. Okay, number one, she's 10. How the hell is she gonna start a new life when all her relatives are dead and she's 10? That makes no fucking sense. She is... she... Wow. I just feel like that was dumb. Actually, I think she might be 12 or 13, but you guys get the idea. That made absolute no sense to me. How is she gonna start her life when she's only 18? Okay, that's filler logic, though. That's just filler backstory logic. It honestly would have been a lot better. I hate to say this, would have been a lot better if she would have actually died, you know? Because then we would go, oh, sad face, tear, 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 and then we would be wondering what the hell is. I think his name is Obito. No, that's not. That's the other guy. That's Kakashi's. Whatever. You get the idea. But she somehow it makes no sense to me. I really think I don't understand it's filler, but at the same time, you know, I feel like I was owed something. They can't show her in a later episode? No, no, no. It just makes absolutely no sense to me. You know? I wanted to post a video right then and there, but I was like 12 o'clock at night. And I just kind of been putting it off and just kind of slamming it together with all this. But, I do kind of like the backstory they're giving Kakashi, and I do like kind of like the backstory they're giving that wooded guy. I kind of like it. But, another thing is that I just felt like all the coolness of him just kind of went out there. And we also know why he really was reading the books all the time. He's reading the books just because he was bored. He really wasn't even reading them so much as just handicapping himself. Another thing, we never really got any details of why Kakashi started reading those books. You know, because like he started reading these dark books, and I was like, oh, okay. I could have swore that like Jiraiya would come in and say, don't read such depressing stuff. Here, have this, and he gets kind of sort of better there, but not really. Makes him want to read his pervy stuff. But no, 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 that doesn't happen. That was like a perfect setup. They even have a scene where Jiraiya talks to Kakashi for a little bit. No, 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 they didn't capitalize on that. That also felt like it was bogus. But once again, this is filler. At first I didn't know whether or not this was filler, but now I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, this is probably really late, but spoiler alert. Spoiler alert if you're not up to like 332 in Naruto, then you should watch it. I think you can, not 32, 62 in Naruto. I think you can go with being all the way up to 361, honestly. Just because, like, 61 is basically, like, the original Naruto episode 4 or 5, but only with Kakashi's point of view. Which I do kind of like. You also do realize how Kakashi got his reputation, why he got his reputation as, failing everyone. And it seems like teamwork, but then again, Naruto being fed food wasn't exactly teamwork, because it's just so much of a whim. But apparently it was good enough for Kakashi. Okay, whatever works. I do feel like there's some huge plot holes in these filler arcs at times, especially the ones with backstory in them. Actually, I'm not exactly sure if this is filler or not, but it just seems very filler to me. If this is actually written, this is poorly written. Either that or it wasn't really, the writer did not think about too much about this ahead of time, just kind of threw this together at the last minute, which is what filler pretty much is. So that's why I think it is filler. But yeah, I think what else is there? I also like how like uh Brow Sensei, forgot his name. Oh, Guy Sensei, that's his name. I love how like Guy was like always wanted to eat dumplings with Kakashi. Kakashi never even responded most of the time. He's like, "Want to eat dumplings?" And he just keeps walking. Like, okay. I just always thought it was a little funny. Um, there really isn't much going on. I do like the fact that Kakashi kind of gave a role model. They actually, apparently they were taught that Kakashi and Tachi did know each other in the Blue Black Ops. That in the in the original Naruto, they never really discussed it. They never say anything about it at all. Or like Kakashi never said, "Oh, I used to know him." He never said that once. Like I said, which I said before, I think definitely goes back to the fact that I think this is filler. Because there's just so many plot holes, you know. But he did know people, even though I think they did kind of allude to the fact that he knew that wooden guy, but didn't really. He made it so like he kind of knew, but he kind of didn't. No. In this Kakashi Chronicles, Kakashi definitely knew who he was. I mean, Kakashi's part of the reason why he joined the Yambu Black Ops and not just keep staying Danzo's private ops, which is basically what it is. And Danzo, he means well, but he's a complete total douchebag. And he's one of those guys in anime where like he's technically on your side, but he's not really a good guy. You know? Like that's what some people. I mean, remember, this is a war. This is a country. Not everyone that's on your side. America is not 100% good guys. I understand and know this. It's a war. There's good guys. There's no such thing as good guys and bad guys in war. Usually, there's just usually because both sides usually think that they're doing the right thing. They believe that they're right, even though everyone now knows the Nazis were the bad guys, and I'm not even gonna lie that the Nazis thought they were the good guys. They really did. That's what I'm getting to. Is like there really is no such thing as good guy or bad guy because they think they're the good guy. Everyone during war, they think what they're doing is right, and this is no different than this war, where Obito thinks what he's doing is ultimately right and what it's best for the world, even though it's just selfish and him trying to end his pain. Some people think that way Obito is not really a good villain if you don't like him for that. I like Madara a lot, even though I don't really know why he's doing this, but oh well. Was there anything else I forgot to touch? No, there's just one chick that kind of joined their squad as well when he was in the Yambu Black Ops. That obviously made it look like there's going to be some kind of romance there, but Kakashi never pursued it. So I think if Kakashi did try to pursue it, it would happen. Because I have never seen any of the fanfiction, but my sister, who's 16, has said and told me about this fanfiction, and believe me, it's pretty out there. You females who love your Kakashi, holy crap. Ugh, from what I've been told, it just seems like, because like one of the best kept secrets is what Kakashi looks like underneath his mask. And the reason, and just Kakashi always seems so BA, because when you think of a ninja, you thought of like mostly Kakashi, because this Kakashi was like that. He was a ninja. Kakashi is a genuine ninja. That's what everyone loves Kakashi. Now everyone's starting to just kind of roll their eyes at Kakashi now because of this backstory. And I'm not going to deny, part of me that I don't like it to an extent because it makes me feel differently and think differently about Kakashi. But it's not all bad because I do think that Kakashi needs a little bit more of depth, a little bit more explanation. I still think there needs to be a little bit more explanation with this character and a little bit more rounding out. Especially with the Rin thing. Where like he killed Rin. Like I want to know why the hell he killed her. You know? Because I know there's a pretty darn good reason. But I think that's all I have to say. I do a lot more other videos like this. And so please like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.